Gonna do an upgrade on one of the best controllers of all time. Hi, welcome back to the shed. I've got this kit from ZedLabz that includes 2 aluminium covers to replace the thumbstick and the C-stick on a Nintendo Gamecube controller. I'm going to use it to upgrade my Wavebird, which is the first proper wireless pad I ever had, and just love the ergonomics of this thing. It's a wonderful pad. Hopefully it will be a worthwhile upgrade. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so somewhere I have a Wavebird controller that's got a really damaged thumbstick and C-stick. So I ordered this kit and now I cannot find it anywhere. So I've got this other one of my Wavebird controllers. When I take it apart, I'm going to keep these 2 safe, and then I'll use them to repair the other one at a later date. So what we're going to have to do is remove these 2, which are mounted on top of the joysticks inside the controller. So we'll take it apart, and there are a number of screws, which are the tri-wing screws. So I've got a tri-wing screwdriver handy, and I've also got a Phillips screwdriver in case we need any of those inside. So we will take that apart, and hopefully it'll be a straightforward case of just mounting these on top and then putting it back together. So let's take a look at the kit. I got this from ZedLabz. I got it from their website, zedlabz.com. They're a long established UK supplier. I've bought loads of things like DS light shells and things like that from them in the past. They're definitely one of the good suppliers, and they've got this cool packaging that I can't figure out how to open. But they are definitely one of those companies that's worth your support, and they are starting to stock more and more interesting and diverse products, so it's well worth a look at their website. They sell like the LED boards for lighting up your buttons in your Game Boy by Natalie the Nerd. They're like importing lots of stuff that would be quite difficult to get in the UK otherwise, so definitely worth your support. And it's the attention to detail with things like these. So these aluminium covers, one of the issues was that there was like a component on the circuit board inside the controller that these would rub out on sometimes. Now the ones that ZedLabz supply, can you see like there's a little scoop out there? So that will allow it to move around freely without knocking onto the circuit board, which is pretty important. And you can get them in all sorts of different colours, all sorts of different anodized colours, because it's aluminium, so you can get plain silver, and there's all these other colours. But I like this kit with the gold and the silver because it replaces the grey and the yellow quite nicely. It fits in with the aesthetic of the controller. It's going to be like a bit of a bling upgrade. But I've used, if you've seen in my other videos, I've used metal thumbsticks on PlayStation 4 and Xbox controllers. I really like them, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays on my Gamecube. I love this controller. I love the Gamecube controller anyway, but for the Wavebird, with it being wireless and the batteries last ages, and I just love this big A button here. This button layout, I know some people love it, some people hate it, but for me, I think it was a real step forward in design, and I'm surprised that the old setup with just the 4 buttons all the same is still there on other consoles. But yeah, stop rambling, Joe. Let's get this taken apart. Okay, so that was 8 screws in total. They're fairly big, chunky screws. So if you've got like a tri-wing screwdriver that's like a little delicate one like this, it might not manage. This one is a 2.5. It's a little bit chunkier and it's got a little bit more purchase on the bigger screws. So let's try taking this apart. It's been a while since I did one of these, but that just lifts off there. And we can leave all the buttons in place on the front and just lift this across. And it's gonna be simply a case of lifting this one out and taking our replacement, making sure I've got it the right way up. Now there's no C printed on this, so trying to work out which way around it goes, you just got to look at the inside, and there's like a little section with notches cut out. You look at the shape of the thumbstick and it should just slot straight down onto there. So that's feels like it's all okay in place, and again it's not going to rub out on anything, so we'll move that out of the way. Now the thumbstick, if we pop that out, see on here on the original one where there's the little section cut out there because of this little cluster of capacitors there, so this has to go that way around too. Again, there's a little guide so you can't put it on the wrong way around. Like well, I say you can't fail. I have failed at many things that should be quite easy, so don't speak too soon. And now I've just got to rearrange my buttons in here, so they're all in place. The 2 joysticks come through there, the D-pads here. Now they are kind of stuck to the PCB, so I might leave well alone there. And this one is going to just rest in place here. Everything else seems to be okay. So I'll flip that upside down, pop these back together. Make sure everything's connected all right. Give them a little wiggle, just make sure they work okay. That seems pretty good. And then get the screws back in and we'll inspect it afterwards. And there we go. So it's still working, which is good to know. These are set in quite far. Now you can pull them up just a little so that they kind of match up a bit more near the top. And same with that one. Once they're in place, you can pull them up so they're a bit nearer. You can adjust the height, but they feel really good, really nice quality. They move around smoothly in the plastic and it looks great. So they are in. I've got them to a height that I'm quite happy with. They feel comfortable. They don't rub on this surface, but they're not set in too deep. The concentric circle design on this is just like on the original. It feels really smooth. There's no sharp edges on there at all. The quality of finish is excellent. On the C stick, obviously it doesn't say C, but it's got this kind of machined concentric circle on it, which gives a really nice, comfortable grip on the thumb. So I'm really happy with that. It feels quite comfortable. I'm looking forward to giving it a bit of a play test, which is what I'm going to go and do now. Right, so I've put about an hour in on Twilight Princess and it's really nice. It feels really high quality. It's comfortable. The grip on the C stick is really nice. The grip on the main thumbstick is great. If anything, it's very, very slightly, sharp's the wrong word, but I could feel that edge because it's quite a crisp edge where it's manufactured, but it's not like an inaccuracy. It's not like a rough edge. It's just simply down to the fact that it's not rubber. It's made out of the metal instead. And with it being aluminium, which is quite a soft metal, I'm expecting that kind of hard edge would wear slightly over time. But it's certainly not a bother. I mean, I've been sat playing for about an hour, kind of going around everywhere on the horse and running around and doing errands and all the usual Zelda-y stuff. And it feels really comfortable and the level control is great. And the main thing is, I mean, there, it looks perfect, looks really good, looks apart. I'm glad I got this one with these two colours, but as I say, there are other ones. I'll put a link in description. £12.48 it was for the two of those, and for the quality of them, I'm really happy with it. You know, these GameCube controllers are great, but they are prone to the rubber bits wearing out, and this is a nice option to replace and upgrade those. If you like this, check out a few of my other videos, leave a like, comments, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye.